Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, leaving a message while you're there so we can shoot you out some luck as you get on after some of this great bingo right here in front of us.
That's right, just about 10 seconds now to get enrolled into this very first matchup of Game Day Bingo for this awesome Friday. Hopefully you guys are having a blast out there and getting ready to get enrolled as we have some great cash prizes on the line here.
Absolutely.
That's right, as you can see we have $127 on that minor jackpot at 52 balls or less, over $1,000 on that major sitting at 49 balls or less, and that mega prize already sitting at $31,738 sitting at 48 balls or less. Should be some really exciting stuff as we move on into our weekend. As we are aiming to give out some great jackpot prizes here, we need to highlight the players who have already taken home awesome cash prizes just yesterday on that incredible Thursday. We were able to give out 2 different jackpot prizes, making our total for the last 7 days about 15 different jackpots to go out. And we're sitting about 89 different jackpots on this season, 17 so far.
Absolutely. The first jackpot to go out yesterday went out to Ed Wins over at the Mix office. They took home the second pilot payday opportunity of this week, $2,500, going out to the awesome player, Ed Wins.
Congratulations there. As next up, we had Fleener over at the 2-6 Pit Stop Bar and Grill, getting to take away $5,116.98. Congratulations going on out to Fleener.
Yeah, great job to both of our winners in that awesome games, in those great games of live bingo yesterday. We hope to give out some great prizes in this live bingo here. And if you enjoy playing any of our pilot games opportunities, whether it's live bingo or the e-tabs, do us a favor and show us some love by giving our Facebook page a like and follow. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games and look for our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event detail, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. You can also check out the website link on that Facebook page, which connects you to our link tree that has all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play pilot games at. There's also the social media links there, so if you'd rather follow us on Twitter or Instagram, you can find them connected right there. You also have our streaming platforms connected on that link tree and even more. There's just a load of information you can find on that awesome Facebook page.
Absolutely. We highly suggest heading on over to that Facebook page and giving us a like and follow so you can stay up to date and be a part of this pilot community. We love seeing everybody out there come on out each and every day to take home these great prizes for themselves as we close in here now just 2 balls away from giving out this first lunchtime prize.
Now Sven, right now 1 ball away on this prize right here. We'll see if they could take home the great win as we got Lil Red, Sandy Beach, Dan, DD, and other great players waiting for that lucky ball to fall as $20.80 goes out to Snowflake over at the Tavern 22. Congratulations to you, Snowflake, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo as we now get enrolled into this next matchup. Minor prize, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less.
That's right, so stick around and get enrolled into this next matchup. You won't want to miss out. But listen up as we run through the entirety of our live bingo schedule so you guys know when to come on out each day, specifically today as we have got some huge cash prizes growing on the line. We're in the first games of each and every day as Game Day Bingo starts at noon as we will be here until 1 p.m. Then at 1 p.m. you'll get enrolled into your first chance at Lucky 4 Bingo for the day. It's got the largest cash prize in our live bingo today as it has over $109,782 just ready for you guys to take it home at that great 1 p.m. chance.
Absolutely. During those 12 to 1 times, we do like to host live broadcasted shows Monday through Friday. So definitely come out for these great opportunities. We're just getting enrolled into the second of these 12 games. But afterwards, after the game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you'll hop into more Game Day Bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. Once again, working on the minor, major, and mega prize, whatever me and Jordy are not able to give out during this lunchtime broadcast. At 4 o'clock, you will then play your second and final opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo. Could be the largest jackpot available today if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. You'll be working on an even larger prize than the $109,782 prize you'll be working on at 1.
That's right, so stick around for that 4 p.m. chance, as then you'll be getting enrolled into some great game day bingo. As from 4 to 6, you play through some more awesome great game day bingo chances, as Ian and I will be here live for those 2 hours as well for a little happy hour to give out those great cash prizes to you lucky players. Then at 6 p.m., you get your third and final chance this week at Pilot Payday. Pilot Payday can be played every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. It's a 10-cent card and can award you a jackpot prize of $2,500 that is available in each of those rounds.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, make sure to come on out at 6 p.m.
Yeah, then afterwards you'll hop into more game day bingo to finish off your night, running from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. to finish all that great live bingo action that's played from noon to 10 p.m. every single day. As we are working through this game right here, balls dropping in this game number 2. Should be a lot of fun as we work through this second game, as we try and give out maybe a 54 ball or less minor prize, or that major or mega. Even if we click past it, we do have a nice must-go on this Friday, $20.80. And as we work on these prizes, we would like to start highlighting some national days.
That's right, as we start off with a favorite from everyone, Bubblegum Day. Celebrating Bubblegum Day falls on the first Friday of February each year and doesn't burst many people's bubbles. It's a fun way to chew your favorite flavor of bubblegum, blow some spectacular bubbles, and raise money too.
Absolutely. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight. Loved bubblegum for forever, and it's a great one to be able to highlight on this National Day.
Absolutely. My favorite when I was a young kid was the bubble gum that came in a rolled up form.
Oh.
I was a big fan of that.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. I was a fan. Have you ever taken just a bite out of it? Out of the whole roll?
No. Do you know me at all? No.
I just wanted to know if you'd ever liberated yourself from the rules of society.
No,
and
I
just
live in
decided
confines.
You live in the box.
Yes, I color inside the lines.
You do not step outside the box.
No. Even as a child, I think you could look back and not many of my drawings are outside the lines.
That's funny. Yeah.
I liked order.
It's a very liberating feeling. It's like taking a Kit Kat and you just take a bite of
That's
the Kit
disgusting.
Kat as a bar. It's just a liberating feeling. You take destiny
that's
into your
so
own
wrong.
hands, and you do that with the roll.
I'm happy
of
with how I
bubblegum.
handle things.
My favorite bubble gum is Big League Chew. I've always, as a kid, I
Oh.
loved Big League Chew, especially when I first started playing baseball. As a really little kid, I
Felt
was
like you had a lip in.
yeah, I felt like I was the big dogs right there, and I didn't know what they were doing, and so I just assumed
Yeah.
that they had gum in
I
their
thought
mouth.
it was too, because some of, especially when we were kids, a lot of them came in pouches that they'd keep in their pocket instead of the tins, whatever. And so I always assumed that they were having Big League Chew as well.
Yeah, that's what I just assumed. Well, and I didn't watch enough baseball to really analyze it by
Yeah.
any means. And then later on, I thought it was just seeds that they were spitting all
because
the time.
sunflower seeds were.
Yeah, sunflower seeds were popular, and a lot of big league people did use sunflower seeds instead of it. But then I found out, obviously, that was
It
too.
was not.
We do have a split win here.
Franco as well as Sage both get to split up $20.80. Sage over at Scoop's Pub and Franco over at the Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl. Nicely done to both of our players here, taking home and splitting up this must-go prize. Make sure to get enrolled in a game number 3, as that minor jackpot will now be at 56 balls or less as we get enrolled in the next 2 minutes.
Should be some great action here. But my favorite all-time bubblegum is good old cinnamon flavored bubblegum. I like good old Red Hot. I think that's a...
Aren't you allergic to cinnamon?
Yeah, that is the issue with it. Around when I turned the age of 17 or so, I'm mildly allergic to artificial cinnamon, I've found. Not actual cinnamon.
Just the artificial.
Yeah, I can enjoy Cinnabons all I want, but artificial cinnamon
Yeah.
is something that I cannot enjoy as often. I test it out every once in a while because it randomly appeared one time, and so I expect it to randomly disappear at some point.
Well, I didn't know that this was a real thing, and so I bought him hot tamale candies for some present
Because
or
I
other.
love cinnamon candy. I
Yeah,
love cinnamon
I'd
gum.
only ever heard really positive reviews from about cinnamon candy, cinnamon gum from Ian, and so I didn't know that there was any ailments that came along with this. And then he eats half the box, and he looks at me and goes, "Yep, I'm definitely allergic." I was like, "What are you doing?" To take him away from him.
I finished the box. I
I haven't bought him since.
I love cinnamon stuff. I haven't had it in a few years. Maybe it's around this time where I need to test it out
No,
again.
it was around 2 years ago when I bought him. We're not doing that again.
Exactly. But I'm just mildly allergic. I'm not like deathly
I know,
allergic
that's how I
by
feel
any
about
means.
pineapple as well. I'll still eat a few chunks if there's fresh pineapple cut, and everyone's
Abs-
like, "Don't touch it." I'm like, "It's fine. What's a
It's-
little itch?"
It's so good. I mean, my tongue just swells up a little bit, and
That's how mine is as well. It's
And
not. It's
all
more of
good.
a sensitivity.
the edges of my tongue get a little weird.
Yes,
But
I get that.
that's about it when it comes to
Yeah.
the cinnamon bubble gum. But I love it, so I test it out
Cinnamon
every once in a while.
gum really wasn't my cup of tea. I was much more of a spearmint kind of gal.
My
or
mom was cinnamon gum, so that's where I got started my love of cinnamon gum.
I also remember in the early 2000s, the Dessert Delights gums being really, really big, and me always having the chocolate mint one.
Really?
Yeah, it
I
was
never
good.
liked the dessert ones. I
I
always
didn't
thought
like
they
the
were
fruitier
weird.
ones, but I liked the chocolate mint one.
Yeah, yeah, I like a good fruity bubble gum every once in a while, but gosh, there's a few popular fruity ones out there. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you like the not icebreakers. What are the cubes?
Hubba Bubba? Is that what
No.
it is? No, Hubba Bubba is the roll, isn't it?
Yeah, Hubba Bubba was my roll, and they also had like a pink brick of like blocks that you could have that were different flavors.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about when you were talking about squares. Are you talking about the icebreakers?
Yes, but I just didn't know if that was Icebreaker brand since they're like cubes and chewy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was icebreaker. It was the icebreaker. The icebreaker gum obviously icebreaker mint's much more popular, but icebreaker gum, super, super good.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, Spin It Bubblegum is a fan favorite on today. Maybe get your hands on some gum and blow a bubble or two.
Yeah, I just tried my first time trying Mentos gum. I never tried it before, but they were selling it at my local grocery store, and it was on like a sale for some reason. I was like, okay, might as well try this one out. I liked it, but the flavor goes by really, really quickly. It's disappointing in that aspect, but the flavor is really strong when you first bite into it. I appreciate the hard shell around the gum. I think that's a unique quality to that gum that definitely adds to the fun of chewing it, but once that whole hard shell breaks up into the gum, it really lacks a lot of flavor.
I completely agree. There are a lot of gum brands out there that really dwindle off within like the first minute and a half of chewing. And so if you have any long-lasting flavored brand of gum, let us know. I'm definitely in the market.
I know, as a kid, I just used to throw another piece in right when the
I
flavor
know.
would wear out, and then I would end up with just this giant wad in my mouth that was
Yeah.
just ridiculously
So
large.
tough.
Yeah, it was it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But happy Bubblegum Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy your favorite piece of bubblegum on today. As we are coming to a close of this game, click past all of our jackpot prizes, but working on a nice Musco of $33.40 as we wait for that lucky ball to fall for one of these fantastic players waiting in the wings.
Absolutely, as there it is, Woodpile over at Haskell's, one of our top 10 players out there, taking away this Musco prize, $33.40 heading your way. Congratulations going on out to Woodpile.
As we move on to this next game, as the minor prize clicks up to 58 balls or less, we move on to our next national day, National Periodic Table Day. On February 7th, National Periodic Table Day recognizes the publication of the first table of elements. We also look at how the periodic table has changed throughout the years.
Absolutely, this is a very important one, and it's insane looking back at what the periodic table first looked like to how filled out it is now. It is truly incredible that they are able to keep adding on elements and make new discoveries each day in science.
Absolutely. One of my least favorite tasks in my science class, I forget which one they make you memorize the periodic table, but it was my least
Chem?
favorite. Probably chem. That would make sense.
I was going to say, I've really only I used the periodic table a little bit in my biology course in college, but
no,
it was really just chem.
Yeah, I think it was my chem class in high school made me memorize the entire entire periodic table, which I absolutely hated. I hated big memorization, which was a lot of the sciences was just a ton of memorization. So I hated my science classes for a majority of it. There were some really cool projects. Some of the best projects and memories come from science classes, like dissecting frogs, fetal pigs, and stuff like that. Were really really cool. But I think that there was and also like chemical reaction projects and stuff like that were always when you get to work with a microscope. That was fun as well. But memorizing the periodic table and memorizing like the bones in the skeletal system for anatomy or the
Do you
muscle
remember any of
groups.
like the PSD sectioning of the periodic table?
No, no, I don't remember. All has left me because I
I
decided
color
after that.
coded the heck out of my periodic table, and I got it down in high school.
That's good for you. I got it down, but as soon as I was done with it, I was like, yeah,
Right out the dome.
I'm not gonna go into a science profession. This ain't for me. I'm just gonna, let this thing slip out of my brain. Not pertinent knowledge that I need to keep in
Yeah,
there.
science and the many different subsections of science were never my strong suit, but I always really loved them. I thought it was super fun, like all of the different science courses, whether it was biology, geology, even. I really loved those applied science
I
courses.
did like geology, and
So cool.
I liked like anatomy more than I liked chemistry. Like
Oh, I
chemistry.
hard disagree.
Yeah, I was a big fan of anatomy. I thought it was really
I
cool
almost
to see
failed anatomy.
my anatomy course was extremely
it
hard.
came to the first or like the last day of the course, and my teacher came up to me and he was like, just do these 6 assignments and I'm gonna give you a C plus. And I was like, yes.
Sweet.
I'll never forget it. It was like my last day of senior year of high school, and he was just like, just do these, you'll be fine. I was like, thank you so much, Mr. Wondrick.
Absolutely. That's awesome stuff.
Not
Yeah.
my forte.
No, I liked anatomy. I thought it was cool how the whole body works and everything like that. I thought that was much more interesting than finding out all the chemical reactions.
Oh, I
and-
loved chemical reactions. I thought that was so fun. The only part of
I
anatomy that
thought
I really
physically it was super fun, like to do it myself.
the applications,
But,
not just the
like-
studying portion
Yeah, but
of
like
it.
reading it in a book was.
But see, like, I really loved conversions and stuff, and it got to bring in my Algebra 2 love, and so that I really thrived there in chem.
Yeah, at that point I was really mad at math. And in general, I think I was taking calculus at the same time I was
Gross.
taking chemistry. And so I was like, I hate math. I hate every equation. This is the worst thing ever. And so that was where
Yeah,
I
that
was
seems like
at
it'd
that
be
time.
Not fun.
It was
for you.
also like the time in my like high school like time period where I was like I would literally have like mental breakdowns at certain points and I was like I can't do this. I don't think I'm gonna pass a single one of my classes. This is gonna be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be able to participate in my sports because I'm gonna become ineligible because I'm gonna do so bad in these classes. And so I was always just freaking out.
It's not for everybody.
No, but I got it done. I never was ineligible for any of my sports, so
Good
I
for
kept my
you.
grades good enough to be able to
Good stuff.
stay eligible. That was
Right above the line.
yes, I was right there for those classes, and then I really buffered it with some really nice easy courses. I didn't take my art classes till much later in my high school journey, so then I could like buffer out my tough
I'm
classes.
so
with
upset.
easy
I
classes.
took classes that were equivalents to art credits, and no one told me. And so I just never took art classes in high school. And
That
I'm so
stinks.
upset about it because I took a yearbook. I was in a yearbook, and I was also in a bake shop class. And both of those
Oh.
count as art credits.
Dang, that stinks. We do have I'm Good over at Scarta's Bar, taking home $49.20 on our must-go win. Congratulations to you, I Am Good, as we now get enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get enrolled into this next game. Just about 2 minutes for you to get enrolled and try to take home a great win in this game number 5.
Absolutely. So stick around and get enrolled in Happy National Periodic Table Day on today as we move on to our next national day, National Wear Red Day. As National Wear Red Day on the first Friday in February is an annual campaign to raise awareness about heart disease in women.
Absolutely an important one to be able to highlight. So wear your red, find a place to donate to be able to support this illness and research to be able to prevent it as we highlight this National Day, National Wear Red Day. As we move on to our next National Day.
You just can't wait, can you?
No. I felt like, I mean, it's great to be able to highlight this, send our support out to that, but
But get ready for this next National Day.
Oh my gosh, it probably won't help with the previous one.
No, it wouldn't. This is nothing to help. As it's National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. On February 7th, National Fettuccine Alfredo Day celebrates one of the world's favorite ways to have a plate of fettuccine.
I know what we're eating tonight. Well, I know what I'm eating tonight.
I was going to say, speak for yourself.
You'll find something else on the menu that we go and order from.
Absolutely.
As every place that serves a fettuccine Alfredo has a lot of good.
I'm a sucker for some meat sauce.
Yeah, we could also make I should make my own fettuccine Alfredo. I'm trying to lose weight, so I can't make too much fettuccine Alfredo. But when I get back to like trying to bulk up, trying to put on some more muscle, I should like make myself some like.
When's that going to be? Is that going to start in like July?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I'm thinking about during that summertime is when I'm thinking about
It's
trying
what I kind of thought for the next like 5 months. You have this phase, and then you start the next one to take you through winter.
I gotta drop another 15 pounds is what I'm gonna try and lose, and then I'll be back to trying to gain weight again.
Well, this is a good time to get on that cycle, so it can be bulking into winter, cutting into summer.
Yeah. No, bulking in the summer.
As you go into winter.
Oh, as I go into winter.
And you're cutting as you go into summer.
Yes. So then I, look my best at each phase. Yeah.
Yes.
No, you get it.
I do.
Fettuccine Alfredo, great on today. You are not a fan of fettuccine Alfredo as it does a number on your stomach. But me, I love some good fettuccine Alfredo, and I can eat it. I could eat it for every meal. I would become a sloppy mess, but I would love to eat fettuccine. I would be a happy man if I could eat.
Is this your favorite food of all time?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's definitely in the race. It could be. It definitely could be. I love a good pasta. Alfredo's probably my favorite. Yeah, I'll say
Fettuccine Alfredo.
I'd say it's in my top 5, top 3, maybe even. I just don't know if I could give it the number 1 spot.
What else is competing with it?
I love a good cowboy burger.
Yeah, you do.
That's one of my favorite foods of all time. That onion ring with the bacon, the barbecue sauce. It's everything I want in a
Colby
food.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much meat. It's so much good flavor right there. So a cowboy burger is one of my favorite foods of all time.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What else is some of my favorite foods?
Chicken and waffles?
I do love chicken and waffles. That's one of my favorite breakfast items. Biscuits and gravy is up there as one of my favorite just items out there. It's just so good. Gosh, so many of my items are so fatty.
I was going to say,
man,
you can tell you were raised in the South.
I'm a fat man at heart. Oh, gosh, yeah. Some pulled pork, cornbread, and
mac and cheese.
Oh, and some mac and cheese. Oh, gosh, you're getting me hungry right now.
I know, my tummy's growling.
Yeah, that's some of my favorites. But fettuccine Alfredo is in that race. A chicken or shrimp fettuccine Alfredo.
I was going to ask what protein
is in there. I love a seafood Alfredo. That's probably my number 1. If I could get like shrimp as well as
like crab or something.
No. It's the little round ones.
Scallops.
Yeah, scallops.
I almost said scallions.
Get
That's an
shrimp
onion.
and scallops in the fettuccine
so
Alfredo.
Good.
That's
a sweet spot.
That's a bomb seafood Alfredo.
We do have Woodpile at Haskell's taking it way again. $64.90 on this great win. Nicely done, as you were just 1 ball off from taking home that minor prize. But that's all right. This is already multiple wins going under your belt today, Woodpile. Congrats there. Make sure to get enrolled as that minor jackpot already at 62 balls or less will be closing in on probably over $350.
Absolutely.
jumped to 420.
Yeah, quickly flying up there as you guys get
That price
enrolled.
high.
But National Fettuccine Alfredo Day, a great one to be able to highlight. I am missing we used to go on a vacation almost every year to Virginia Beach, and I am missing some of those dockside seafood Alfredos that I got to eat out there while I was enjoying the great seafood cuisine.
Absolutely, really that place has some of the best seafood. But I'm sorry, fettuccine Alfredo. I gotta say, if I was to pick a protein for it myself, I really like blackened chicken,
Ooh, that's a good one.
like a Cajun chicken almost or
Oh,
something.
it's so good in fettuccine Alfredo. I'd like anything really in fettuccine Alfredo. You could be like, yeah, we just dumped some ground beef into the fettuccine Alfredo, and I'll be like, sweet, sign me up. I'm good. It may not be my
Yeah,
favorite, but
your family kind of made a hodgepodge of different noodles the other day.
they did. They did. They said fettuccine Alfredo, mix it with a little bit of meat sauce in there as well, and kind of make it a spaghetti fettuccine Alfredo
Yeah.
mix. And they said it was delicious.
You know, Olive Garden actually does that for their sauce.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I could see how it adds a little bit extra flavor
Little
that
extra
maybe
cheese, little cream.
Alfredo might be lacking in a certain sense.
Yeah, with the meat sauce.
Yeah, with the tomato in there.
And
And
garlic and
I could see that being delicious. I've never tried it, but I would love to.
absolutely. Well, fun one on today. Happy National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. I keep wanting to skip over the fettuccine part.
No, it's the fettuccine noodles. They make it delicious.
Okay.
Well, next up, we got National Send a Card to a Friend Day. National Send a Card to a Friend Day on February 7th reminds us to send friendly cheers through the mail. We do that by sending a note or message on a card to the friend we hold dear. Throughout the year, we often think about our friends. We wonder how they are, miss them, and remember fond memories of times shared.
Absolutely. This is a super important one on today. Many people don't send cards anymore, and so this can definitely be an extra way to send a reminder out to somebody you know and love that you are thinking about them on today.
Absolutely, this is something that definitely, especially me and Jordy's age, is something that we definitely need to remember to do more often to just stay connected with those friends. As high school is a great departure of a lot of people. Everyone goes their separate ways. A lot of people are going though to local colleges, and so you still get to maintain some of those connections there. And then post-college, there is an even bigger spread out as people go to different states, and they go find employment in other cities, and you get an even bigger spread across the board for everybody. And so as you know, you want to stay in touch with a lot of those close friends that you've made throughout the young portions of your life, especially as we all find our own hometowns and stuff like that. You want to send those cards, send those friendly reminders that you're still thinking of them.
Absolutely. This is a great one on today. Happy National Send a Card to a Friend Day on today.
Absolutely. As we get after it in this game right here, we got 36 balls dropped here with Little Bear over there, 6 balls away. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it. Is Little Bear a thing, or is it just... Is that
Bear?
like a book series or TV series?
No. Are you thinking of Brother Bear?
I might be mixing Little Bill and Brother Bear together.
Oh.
Yeah, that might be the two. I'm mixing together. Both I loved as a kid. So shout out to those shows as well as movie on
Little
that
Bill?
one.
I don't know if I know that.
Little Bill. It was a animated show.
I do know
back
it.
in
I
the
do,
Back
yes.
in the day, I was a big fan of Little Bill.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, it was a good one. We do have Gino right now, 2 balls away in this matchup. We got players working for this prize. We even got a nice Musco prize at $84.10 in this game if we somehow, some way, click over 62 balls or less. But it doesn't look like players are going to let us get there, as Gino and Palm Desert are right now 1 ball away. Can they get the lucky ball to fall in these next few drops as we get 60 balls dropped in this matchup, and we have our winner.
Gino over at the Northern Tap House Woodbury gets to take home $441.88. Congratulations going on out to you, Gino, in this great game of Game Day Bingo. Stick around and get enrolled into this next matchup, as we will have $84.10 getting tacked on to a double Musco prize. You won't want to miss out, so grab those iPads and get enrolled.
Absolutely. And as we get enrolled into this double Musco matchup with most likely a Musco over $100, we'll be hopping hopping into some fun Vikings news on today, as the NFL award ceremony happened just yesterday, and we saw a great Viking take home some hardware.
That's right. As the Minnesota Vikings end to a thrilling season didn't pan out the way Kevin O'Connell had hoped, but the team's performance throughout the regular season still earned him the league's top coaching honor. O'Connell was named the NFL's Coach of the Year on Thursday at the NFL Honors. He beat out rival Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions, as well as three other finalists in the Washington Commanders' Dan Quinn, Kansas City Chiefs' Andy Reid, and even the Denver Broncos' Sean Payton. O'Connell received 25 first-place votes to Campbell's 19, while Reid had 4 and Payton and Quinn each had 1. The Vikings finished the season 14-3, making O'Connell the first coach in franchise history to compile multiple campaigns with at least 13 wins after he went 13-4 in his 2022 debut. Minnesota was in contention for that first overall seed in the NFC before falling to the Lions in just Week 18. They then lost to the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card round to end their season.
Yeah, it was a disappointing end to the season, but a fantastic season that was viewed as something that I think a lot of people, as Vikings fans, as the outside media, had seen as kind of a throwaway season for our Minnesota Vikings, as there was the huge question mark of our quarterback situation. And Kirk Cousins decided to leave us and go to the Atlanta Falcons. We saw how good he did there, got replaced by a rookie. But we ended up drafting J.J. McCarthy, which many thought this was going to be a developmental season for him. We were going to start a bridge guy for a few games, and then J.J. McCarthy would take over for the second half of the season. There was a lot of speculations on how it was, but I don't think anybody expected a 14-win season out of us. And a lot of that was due to his ability to elevate that offense to benefit Sam Darnold, who had himself a career year. And I think a lot of that career year has to go to credit of, obviously, the skilled players on that offense that are so talented, but the schematics that put people into advantageous situations that Kevin O'Connell runs. It is a very, very prestigious award that Kevin O'Connell was able to take home, and it was a very highly contended award. There was a lot of really good coaches this year that showed up and played some really good football, like Dan Quinn and also Dan Campbell. I think both the Dans were very much should have been in contention for that with Kevin O'Connell. And so in a tight race, he was able to get the win because of just the shock and awe of that season, being able to get 14 wins when I think a lot of people were predicting us to be the bottom of the NFC North, maybe the third worst team in the NFC North, and we end up being second, but we were also in competition in the final week for the number one seed in the entire NFC. So it kind of is a misrepresentation of how dominant that season was for us.
Absolutely, but we are super excited for everything upcoming with our Vikings, as we can't wait to see another dominant season under their belt. But if you guys want to show your support in their off season, check out the great eTab game that we have teamed up with them for Vikings Victory. You guys can check it out wherever you play Pilot games. It's right there on those iPads, as you guys can check that out and show your support for our Minnesota Vikings in their off season.
Absolutely. Big fans of Victor, and you can go hang out with Victor in that awesome game. As we get after it in this game right here, should have a lot of fun, as we got Player and Molly leading the charge 4 balls away. At 47 balls dropped here, it doesn't look like the mega or major prize will be going out, and you don't want the minor jackpot to go out in this game. That's because the double must go is actually bigger than that minor jackpot, as it sits at $126.70, and that's what we're gunning for now, as Molly currently sits here 1 ball away.
That's right, as we wait to see if that's the lucky player that'll be taking home this double Musco prize. But as we wait and see who will be doing so, we're going to be getting ready to jump into those Game Day Bingo standings, both players and locations, to highlight everyone who has been already taking home great cash prizes and points in these Game Day Bingo games.
But before Jordy hops into the player side of those Game Day Bingo standings, we need to highlight our winners in this great game number 7 of Game Day Bingo, as we got a split win between Matt 23 over over the Crooked Pint Ale House, Savage, and Molly over at the Social Bar and Grill, splitting up that awesome prize of $126 as we now get enrolled into this game number 8 with the minor prize clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less.
That's right, so get enrolled into this next matchup as I'll be jumping right on into those Game Day Bingo player standings. Hopping right on into a tie that was formed in 9th place. It's between Flash at the Red Door Bar, Billy at Rocky Ledge Resort, and Woodpile over at Haskell's, all three with 22,000 points, all in 9th place. Ahead of them, in a tie in 7th, it's between Not Sure at the Montego Blue and Mike at the Sherwood Lounge, both with 24,000 points, both in 7th place. Ahead of them, with only 1,000 points separating them, into 6th, we have Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 25,000 points so far. 29,000 points for 5th place as Maggie plays over at Lyle Liquor, sitting in that 5th place spot. 4th place, it's 6'9" T-Bird at the Lookout Bar and Grill with 35,000 points. 41,000 points for 3rd place, Cheese at the Beartown Lounge. While with 45,000 in 2nd place, it's Brother Nate at the Chart House. And in 1st place, it is none other than Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with a whopping 97,000 points so far this season.
Absolutely great stuff to you, Call Me Jen. A great win there and just continues to be a dominant player in Game Day Bingo. Season 16 champ and looking to be Season 17 champ right here as well. As we get after it, we would like to hop into the location side of these Game Day Bingo standings as we hop into another tie. It's between Danny's Dugout, the Riverboat Depot, and the Midtown Bar and Grill, as they all sit in 10th place with 45,000 points. With 48,000 points, we have a two-way tie in 8th between HR Pesties and the Sherwood Lounge. 7th place is the Beartown Lounge with 50,000 points, as 6th place is McHugh's Grill and Bar with 53,000 points. With 57,000 points in 5th place, we have Haskell's, as the Chart House sits in 4th with 67,000 points. Carboni's Pizza CR Billiard sits in 3rd place with 73,000 points, as the Lookout Bar and Grill sits in 2nd with 84,000 points. As our number 1 location, sitting with a grand total of 119,000 Game Day Bingo points, it is none other than JR Mac.
Well, congratulations to J.R. Mack, home of our number 1 player. Call Me Jen. We'll have to see if they're able to hold on to these standings for the remainder of the season, as there is still plenty of time left. So make sure you guys come on out each and every day to try your hand at Great Game Day Bingo chances to award you those great cash prizes and those points to get into our standings.
But if you'd rather play some E-Tabs, I wouldn't blame you, as we got over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games that you can have a blast while playing. They offer great opportunities to win awesome prizes that reach up to $1,500. They also feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5. With all the great themes there, you definitely want to check them out.
Absolutely. So go and check out all those different E-Tab games that are right there available on those iPads. Today I will be highlighting a very fun E-Tab game with a little cash mountain. You trek up the mountain, find a friendly mountain man, and even some great cash prizes along the way. Go and check out Cash Mountain today.
Absolutely. I'll be highlighting the newest updated E-Tab game, Go for Gold Winter Edition, hanging out with Suds. It is better than ever with new graphics, a skip function to make gameplay even faster. It's definitely worth checking out. It is a great one. As well as we got the number 1 Charitable E-Tab game in Minnesota right now in Piggy Bank that you guys should check out as well. So lots of great E-Tabs that you can check out while you're out there playing these games, even if you're not playing our live bingo.
That's right, but as we close in here, about 5 balls away from some lucky players trying to take home this cash prize here, we're going to highlight a few movies that happen to be released on today. All the way back in 1986, we have the movie Lady Jane.
Absolutely. This one stars Helena Bonham Carter, Carrie Ewells, as well as other great actors and actresses. Patrick Stewart is in this one as well. This is about how King Henry has died, and his only heir, a young Edward V, is that what that is? Six is dying too. Minister John Dudley doesn't want the Roman Catholic Church, Roman Catholic princess Mary to become queen, as that would end the Protestant Reformation. Dudley plots to keep Edward alive long enough to name Lady Jane Grey as his heir and also Mary Jane to his son, Guilford.
Guilford.
Jane and Guilford soon fall in love, but the kingdom doesn't believe they should rule.
We have J. Crew as well as Dave. Both of them splitting up $31. Nicely done there. Make sure to get enrolled into this next matchup. That minor jackpot will be at 56 balls or less getting into this next game. Also, make sure you guys are playing under appropriate player names or else we can't call them out when you win cash prizes. Got about a minute and a half to get enrolled into this next game. But you're talking about the movie Lady Jane. I'm actually currently watching the TV show that is a remake of this. Very fun stuff.
Doesn't seem like it's I feel like yours is not a remake of this. It's
Yes, it
own
is.
plot line.
She's Jane Grey marrying Guilford Dudley. Same exact names. Same exact plot.
But he's not turning into a horse.
Okay. That's different, but
Seems
this
like
is the
its
same.
own adaptation of the story of Lady Jane. It does not seem like a remake in whatsoever. It seems like its own
Okay, I
depiction
used the
of
wrong
the
wording
storyline.
then.
Yeah.
This is the same premise.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Same storyline, other than that there's magic included into the new TV show.
Yeah, it seems like a cool addition to it, for sure. But absolutely, yeah, a little bit more based in reality for the 1986 one. Very big stars. I don't know if that might be the earliest work that I've seen of Helena Bonham Carter. I didn't really see her in a lot of maybe her early works, as she first came onto my screen around when I started watching the Harry Potter franchise, as well as like probably the earliest portrayal of her would be the Fight Club that I saw her in.
Well, I definitely will be watching this film. I can't say I've ever seen it, but I love Carrie Yules as well as Helena Bonham Carter, so I will definitely be giving Lady Jane a watch on today.
Absolutely. Just seconds before we are in this upcoming matchup, as we get enrolled into this next game, we'll highlight our next great movie released on today.
In 2003, we have How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. This stars Heath Ledger as well as
No.
oh gosh,
Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
I was thinking about 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, yeah, no, this is Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, Catherine Hahn. You got other fun actors and actresses in this one. I think you were the one that showed me How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It's a fun one. It's probably my favorite Kate Hudson movie. So great stuff there.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite Matthew McConaughey works. Yeah, she's a reporter and she's doing a story on how to lose a guy in 10 days. Meanwhile, he is trying to win her over in those 10 days with like a bet with his friends. But fun stuff. They end up falling in love along the way.
Yeah, it's definitely. What is the whole story? Is it that she is like hired to do something?
I just explained it.
Yeah, I forgot.
She's a journalist writing a piece on how to lose a guy in 10 days.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. It's all about her job. Yeah. Great stuff there. Fun 2003 work. Is this one of your more liked 2000s
Yeah,
rom-coms?
absolutely. I very much like this one, and I love the yellow dress she wears in it.
Great stuff. Just watched a pretty bad Kate Hudson movie recently, and isn't she the sister? Is she not the sister in the new movie we just
No,
watched? Who is
Not
that?
even close. She's the actress from Vacation Friends with John Cena.
Oh, she totally is. Oh my
And
gosh.
Mike and Dave need wedding dates.
Yeah, she totally is. She just looked like Kate Hudson to me in that.
Definitely.
I just transferred over Kate Hudson into that movie.
Well, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days coming out on today in 2003.
Next up in 2014, we got Vampire Academy, the horror comedy.
Absolutely. This came out in 2014 on today, as this stars Zoe Deutsch as well as Danila Kozlowski, Dominic Sherwood, Lucy Fry, Sarah Hyland is in this, and even Cameron Monaghan. I liked this at the time when it first came out, and I was 13 or whatever. It's a really bad movie. It's really, really bad.
But you were like, vampires, I love it.
And I love Zoe Deutsch, and so I was willing to just watch anything she was in, as well as Sarah Hyland, I was a big fan of. And they're, fun characters in this, as Zoe Deutsch plays a, guardian to Lucy Fry, who is, a princess vampire.
Okay.
And they don't believe that she's strong enough to guard the princess, even though they're best friends. And so goes from there.
We do have Dave as well as Roger is here splitting up this must-go prize. Congratulations to both of our winners as we now get after it in this upcoming game right here with that minor jackpot. Click it up from 56 to 58 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this upcoming game. But yeah, Vampire Academy released on today in 2014. I would have been so upset if I put this on the list and you hadn't seen it. I was like, I'm purely putting this on because I know Jordy definitely watched this in 2014, but I randomly do that every once in a while, and you're like, you definitely put this on because you thought I had watched it. And I was like, yeah, that's why I put it on, but turns out you didn't. But Vampire Academy, released on the day, 2014.
Same year, same day, 2014, we got one of Ian's favorites, the Lego Movie.
I think it's a fun one for sure. It's
No, you like the Batman Lego Movie.
That's more on my gist. I do still hold to that this adaptation of Batman, which is the same Lego Movie Batman and Lego Batman movie, is the same adaptation as Will Arnett voicing Batman. I think he is the greatest adaptation of Batman in my opinion. I love his. I think he's hilarious at it.
I completely agree.
Chris Pratt. Before I gotten too sick of Chris Pratt. He voiced Emmett. Will Ferrell plays President Business. Was great as that as well. Elizabeth Banks, Morgan Freeman. There's a lot of great voices in this fun movie. But it's just about finding yourself.
Yeah, very fun stuff.
It is.
What else is in the movie premise?
Oh, okay. If you want me to tell the whole plot of it. Emmett, an ordinary Lego figurine who always follows the rules, is mistakenly identified as the special and extraordinary being and the key to saving the world. He finds himself drafted into a fellowship of strangers who are on a mission to stop the evil tyrant, plans to conquer the world. Unfortunately for Emmett, he is hopelessly and hilariously unprepared for such a task, but he'll give it his all nonetheless.
Yeah, fun stuff. This was done by Warner Brothers, so maybe give the Lego Movie a watch on today. There are copious amounts of Lego movies now.
Yeah, there's been quite a few of those different Lego movies to come out after this one, as it was very, very popular. 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. That was a surprise for me. That's a very high rating.
That is a very high rating. Up next, in our final film released on today in 2020, we have Birds of Prey.
Very fun work starring Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Ewan McGregor as Black Mass. You also have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, yeah, that's what I meant. You got a lot of great actors and actresses in this one. That's super fun. One of my personal favorite of the DC superhero movies.
Really?
Yeah. There's not a lot of good ones of the.
No.
I guess I'm thinking of the current DC movies. I'm not thinking of the past like Batman movies and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I was going to say, this I didn't hear anyone speaking super positively about, but
Really?
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a great cast of females that came together, and including Ewan McGregor as well. I really enjoyed this. I liked Journey Smollett, who played Black Canary. I really enjoyed her. Yeah, fun stuff.
She did a great job of portraying Harley Quinn as well. I thought Margot Robbie really killed it as that. Now she's like one of those people that I think of her when I think of Harley Quinn.
I completely agree. Yeah, I think she did a great job in both Suicide Squad as well as Birds of Prey, and so very fun stuff.
Absolutely. I wish the first Suicide Squad was the one that actually mattered, if not the second one that came out.
Yeah.
I liked the first one more than I liked the second one.
I agree.
Yeah. And I don't know why they made was it just because they went in the opposite direction of what they wanted it to go in, and so they decided to make it a different one. I don't know. I didn't like it though. It upset me. And it just wasn't as good.
Yeah,
But
I like the cast of the first one.
for sure, the first one's cast was super, super fun. But Birds of Prey released on today in 2020. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight.
Well, maybe give Lady Jane, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Vampire Academy, The Legos Movie, or even Birds of Prey a watch on today.
Yeah, as we get after it in this game, number 10, we got players right now one ball away, trying to take home $32.90. As let's see, can they take it home at the 60-second ball to drop? No, No, they can't. As 63 balls have dropped in, we got Mava as well as BJK splitting up that $32.90 prize as Mava plays over at VFW Rochester and BJK plays over at St. Patrick's Tavern.
Congrats to both of those great winners here in this great round of Game Day Bingo. Stick around, as Ian said, as that minor jackpot will be closing in on $200 now that it will be at 60 balls or less. Get enrolled. You definitely don't want to miss out. And as you are continuing to get enrolled, we're going to highlight a little bit of our wild news for you guys, as they are 32, 19, and 4.
Philip Gustafsson made 38 saves and the Wild scored for the first time in 3 games for the 2-1 win over the Carolina Hurricanes on Thursday night. Yakov Trenin and Vinny Straza scored for Minnesota, which has been shut out 6-0 by the Senators and 3-0 by the Bruins in the previous 2 games. Trent scored in the game's first goal with 2 minutes and 55 seconds into the opening period when he took a pass from Marat Kuzniov and made a move to beat Hurricanes goalie Frederick Anderson. Hinstroza scored 51 seconds into the third period, his first in a Wild uniform. The play was reviewed after initially being ruled no goal, but was ultimately overturned. The puck slid under Anderson and just past the goal line.
Count it.
Great stuff there. Glad to see him get his first goal in the Wild uniform. Was absolutely huge for our Minnesota Wild, which went up 2-0 in that third period. They were able to then make it a 2-1 game a little bit later on in that matchup, make it a little bit closer, but ultimately we were able to get the win. Sad though, as Phil Gustafsson had himself a really, really good game, but just wasn't quite able to get the shutout, which I thought he was going to get the shutout in that matchup.
That's okay. We have another game happening tomorrow, so hopefully we get another win under our belt, and he gets another shot at a shutout as we go up against the Islanders at 7 p.m. Should be some very exciting stuff. And if you want to show your support for our Wild before that game, check out the great eTab game right there at your fingertips. It's called Let's Go Wild. You can play it wherever you play Pilot games, take home great cash prizes, and show your support along the way.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff there. A great, great eTab game. And as you guys have a great time while playing these games, I would like to remind you that when playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces, and if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with a jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pics, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture.
Absolutely. So snap those player photos and share them with us. As we move on over, we're going to work on some great prizes here, as we would love to highlight great celebrities born on today as well. So if any of you are out there playing Pilot games on your birthday today, shout out to you, happy birthday, and we hope you take home some great prizes along the way. We also would love to highlight those celebrities who you might just happen to share your birthday with.
Starting off in 1812, we got Charles Dickens, the English writer who did Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, A Christmas Carol, and many other hit works.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to Charles Dickens, an incredible, influential writer. Up next, another great author in 1867 born on today, we've got Laura Ingalls Wilder. She is primarily known for Little House on the Prairie, but many other tales as well.
Yeah, very, very big stuff there. Definitely an impressive writer. Next up, born on today in 1962, we got Garth Brooks, the American country singer. Was a part of No Fences, and did Friends in Low Places.
Very fun stuff. Yeah, that song is probably immortalized with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Garth Brooks is one of the biggest country music artists of all time.
Up next, in 1965, we've got Chris Rock, the American Grammy and Emmy award-winning comedian. He was on SNL from 1990 through 1993. He was in CB4, as well as Everyone Hates Chris, as well as many other things. He's known for his stand-up. He's part of the Adam Sandler crew.
Voice acting in the Madagascar. Great, great comedian highlight on today. I loved him as the voice of Marnie in the Madagascar series.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to Chris Rock.
Next up, born on today in 1974, we got Steve Nash, the Canadian Basketball Hall of Fame guard, NBA MVP in 2005, 8-time NBA All-Star, played for the Dallas Mavericks, Phoenix Suns, and LA Lakers. Also coached the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, we got Woods Y969 over at the Jimmy's Poorhouse, taking away $56.40 there. Congratulations going on out to you, Woods Y. Make sure you get enrolled into the next matchup as we have that minor jackpot now at 62 balls or less, the very ball count you took it home here.
I think it's just Woodsy. Like,
Well,
oh, you're a Woodsy person?
Yep.
Yeah, great job to you in that awesome win as we now get enrolled into, that awesome minor prize going to be available in this game. $300 already built up there. And you guys still have a minute 40 to get enrolled. Should be a great final game that me and Jordy will be live with you guys for. So do not miss out as we finish off our great celebrity birthday list.
That's right. Up next in 1978, we've got Ashton Kutcher, the American model and actor, known as being Kelso in that 70s show. He was also the host of Punk'd for a very long time. He was also in 2.5 Men from 2011 through 2015.
Absolutely. That 70s show is super iconic.
He will always be Kelso.
My favorite of his was probably the Punk'd era of Ashton Kutcher. I thought that was so funny, and just the pranks that he'd pull. And I never have ever. I don't even know if I've seen a single episode. I think I've seen maybe little snippets of
Just
2.5 Men.
Oh.
But I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, it's not for me. But fun stuff. Yeah, I will always have a love for Kelso in that 70s show. Ashton Kutcher is just a fun actor here and there. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a boatload of really mediocre rom-coms that came out during those 2000s.
There's a handful of them that I like.
Yeah, there's. I mean, you put out that many. There's got to be a few hits. There's got to be at least a few of them.
That I like.
And a lot of them are entertaining. There may not be quality movies, but
I do like No
entertaining
Strings
movies.
Attached. That was a very fun one with him and Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Ashton Kutcher. Last up, born on today in 1988, we got Matthew Stafford, the American football quarterback, won the Super Bowl in 2022 for the Los Angeles Rams, Pro Bowler in 2014 with the Detroit Lions, longtime Detroit Lions quarterback, then went on to be a really, really great quarterback for the Rams as well. Just one of those all-time quarterbacks, and still one of the final veterans, I feel like, of my childhood quarterbacks. Like the guys I grew up watching as a young kid. Feels
a lot
like
of them have retired.
All of them have retired at this point. I'm trying to think of even if Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford are probably the two guys that still remain of the guys I grew up watching, and so I have a love for those kinds of guys, and so I root on Matthew Stafford every year.
You've been watching his entire career.
Yeah, it's a fun one to be able to highlight. Happy birthday, Matthew Stafford.
Absolutely. We're about halfway.
That's crazy that he's younger than Ashton Kutcher, though.
By 10 years.
That is an insane thing to me, because Ashton Kutcher's always played just younger characters, like in his 20s, and I always grew up watching him as a younger actor, and kind of as he got older, I kind of fell off of watching Ashton Kutcher works. So it's weird to think that Matthew Stafford is 10 years younger than him. But athletes are just way older in my eyes than they actually are.
I was going to say, I always thought of Matthew Stafford as a young guy.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I remember when he got drafted and everything like that. So crazy stuff. Well, happy birthday to all of our great celebrity birthdays and all the great players out there playing some great Pilot Games action on their birthday. As we get after here, I would like to remind you we also have a great E-Tab game themed after our Minnesota Twins. It's called Twins Win. You can check it out wherever you play Pilot Games at and see if you can take home some Grand Slam prizes in that great game. It's definitely one of our personal favorites.
Absolutely, guys. Go and check out Twins Win wherever you play Pilot Games. As we close in here, though, I want to highlight a lucky player who took home the largest jackpot this past weekend. Jay was over at the Anchor North on Lake Alex while they took home $41,877.50. Jay, as well as all the other players over at the Anchor North on Lake Alex, support the Lincoln Area Business Association. They aim and dedicate their works to promoting local businesses through educational and networking opportunities while also acting as your eyes and ears in local government.
Definitely a great reason to play there, as you guys are supporting charities all across Minnesota, as we hope to give out $338 here to John over the BJ's Bar and Grill over in Highland Township. Congratulations to you, John. This is the final game that we'll be live with you guys for. But enjoy a matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo with $109,000 on the line, as well as some great double Musco action in the next game of Game Day Bingo. And remember, as you play these games, your community wins.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. rain's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure.
You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich!
Who got the cash? You got the cash. That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash!
That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You gotta play to win. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot.
on, let's get stinking rich!
Who got the cash? You got the cash. That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot.
Come on, let's get stinking rich!
Who got the cash? You got the cash. That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Ooh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win! Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich! Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? Ouch! Lobster at its finest right here. Oh, I can buy a new boat. Time to count some treasure. You've won the Motherlode Jackpot. Come on, let's get stinking rich!
Who got the cash? You got the cash! That's cash, not trash. Gotta find one more of those. Let's keep raking it in. Keep it up. Oh, that stinks. Your aim's a little off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You gotta play to win!
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh?